to our channel, or welcome to our channel if you guys are new here. If you guys are new here, hi, my name's Hannah and we are currently pregnant with baby number 2 on the way. And for today's video, I figured I would do a pregnancy Q&A. So I've got about 20 questions here. Let's just start going through them. What was the process like for you getting pregnant? I think I talk a little bit about this in the video where I find out that I'm pregnant, but the process was quite long. I've always known that I wanted multiple kids. Krys has always been on the fence with kids in general, but after we had Skylar, like pretty quickly after, I was like, I want another one. She loves her cousins so much and really just any other kids that she interacts with. So we really wanted her to have a baby brother or baby sister because we knew she would just love it so much. So we probably started like not trying, but trying, like not preventing, I should say, probably like a year and a half ago. The longer the time went on, more months that had passed, the harder I was being on myself. I was really starting to get down about it and really starting to think that it wasn't meant to happen. It wasn't supposed to happen. It wasn't meant to be. And that we were only meant to have just one and done. For a while there, we told ourselves we were just gonna have one and be done, but that quickly changed. So the process was a lot longer than I would have had expected it to be, considering Skylar May was a complete surprise and came out of nowhere and we were not trying for her. But eventually, obviously, it did happen and we could not be more thrilled. A lot of manifesting on my part and a lot of really tapping into myself mentally and grounding myself and just like telling myself that it was God's plan and what was meant to be will be, and then it was. How did you find out you were pregnant? I found out right away with this baby because I felt so sick. Again, I talk about this in the vlog where I find out that I'm pregnant and take the pregnancy test for baby number 2, but I felt like absolute trash, like absolute trash. I was like, I'm either pregnant or I'm very sick and there was seriously something going on with me. I was late, I didn't feel good, I was super nauseous, I was like something's up. Which was a lot different than my pregnancy with my daughter because I did not find out I was pregnant with her until I was already 20 weeks along, which is insane. Absolutely insane. If you could choose boy or girl, which would it be and why? Because we already have our beautiful girl. We wanted to try for a boy. Krys really wanted a boy. I really wanted a boy. Who doesn't want one of each? Honestly, I just think that that's so perfect. And Krys wants a little buddy to do, you know, boy things with. Not that he can't do them with Skylar May, but it's just different for him. Are you keeping the gender a surprise? Well, if you guys are not newly subscribed to our channel, you'll know that we already know the gender. We've already had our gender reveal and we are having a boy. Surprise, surprise. So no, we are not keeping the gender a surprise. We did decide to keep the gender a surprise until I gave birth with Skylar because she was a complete surprise altogether. We were like, no, let's just keep it that way. But because we're gonna be stopping at 2, so we're 2 and done, not 1 and done, we really wanted to do a gender reveal for this baby just for the sake of saying that we did so. And it was absolutely perfect. If you guys have not seen that video, go back on our channel and check it out because it's just too perfect. Do you have names picked out? We have a few names that we like. Krys is really hesitant to like have a name that is set in stone, just in case we say, yes, we've picked a name, this is a name, and then we stumble upon something that sounds better or is just a better name. Not that we wouldn't be able to change it until after he's born. But we kind of went based off of a couple of boy names that we had picked out for Skylar if she ended up being a boy, because obviously we didn't know, so we had boy and girl names picked out for her. And then when she was born, that was that. But it is way harder to name a boy than it is to name a girl, let me tell you. I feel like Skylar May's name was so easy. Like, we found out so late, we had so little time, and we were just like, yeah, that's the name. But with this one, there's so many possibilities, endless amounts of names. We're just so on the fence. So we have a few names picked out, and we're pretty much set on like the middle names. So we're kind of like in between 2 or 3 names. So we'll see. But yes, we have names, plural, picked out. And I will tell you some of the names that I love that we will not be naming the baby. I love Stefan, I love Hunter, I love Silas, I love Sawyer, I like Cedar, and I absolutely love Elijah so much. Henry is also super cute. So those are names that I love, but we will not be naming the baby. If you have a boy, which we are, will you choose to circumcise? Honestly, me and Krys were talking about this the other day, and I completely left it up to him. I was like, I feel like, I really don't. I really don't know. Like, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. Either way is like fine. Obviously, I would rather not put have a surgical procedure done on my newborn baby boy, because that just makes me so sad. But I know it's so common. Obviously, he's not going to remember. So I was like, you know what, Krys, this is totally your choice. If you want to, we can go ahead. If you don't, it makes no difference to me. And he was like, no, absolutely, we're getting it done. So I was like, all right, that's that then. So yes. Do you like being pregnant? If you had asked me this question before I got pregnant with this baby, I would tell you I absolutely love being pregnant and the joys of pregnancy and all the things that I love about being pregnant. But this pregnancy has been anything but easy. So it's baby boy is making it really difficult to love being pregnant at the moment. At least physically. Like, mentally, I was like really not in a good headspace when I was pregnant with our daughter, but physically I felt great. And then with baby boy, mentally, I'm in a much better headspace and far less emotional. But physically, I am just like absolutely besides myself. Like, every symptom under the sun I have gotten. It's been a struggle mentally as well, just being in that constant state of being uncomfortable and having to literally just live with that and cope with that has been really hard. Some days are obviously better than others, but as I get bigger, it just gets worse. I genuinely do like being pregnant, and I know that I am going to miss it when it's over. We're just having a tough time right now, and that's okay. What will you miss most about being pregnant? I will miss feeling the baby move around, like the little kicks, not towards the end when they're like super big and when they move it hurts or when they stomp on your bladder, but when you start to feel those kicks and the little movements that I can feel right now, literally right now, I just love feeling the baby move and kick so much, and that is definitely the part that I'm gonna miss the most. And I know even up until I got pregnant with baby number 2, I was still having phantom kicks from when I got pregnant with Skylar, which is just so crazy. What's your least favorite thing about being pregnant? I do miss my glasses of wine and just feeling really limited, like not being able to rearrange things, lift heavy things. Everybody treats you like you're so fragile when you're pregnant, which is obviously nice because in a sense you feel pampered. But on the other hand, you feel like you can't do anything and you feel very limited to what you can do. I have had some Subway sandwiches for sure. And I have had some sushi, but not with raw fish in it, because that's why they tell you not to eat sushi, because of the raw fish. So you can have sushi as long as it's cooked and there's nothing raw in it. So the baby loves sushi, I will have you know. So don't come for me, Karen. My other least favorite thing about pregnancy has gotta be heartburn and acid reflux. I will not miss you one freaking bit. This baby better come out with a full head of hair like Skylar did and make it worth it, because I am over it. Are you nervous about labor with your second child? Honestly, yeah. I am nervous because with Skylar May, I labored for so long. And I know with the second one, they say it goes, you know, much faster, not as long usually as the first one. But the part that I'm worried about the most is that because I labored so long with my daughter, I ended up having to get Pitocin because I wasn't progressing, but I was already so tired by that point, and like couldn't physically handle the pain anymore, that I also got the epidural so that I couldn't feel anything, like to take all the pain away, to take everything away, make it all numb, and just allow my body to relax so that it could do what it needed to do so that I could give vaginal birth to my daughter and not have to go for an emergency C-section like they had prepped me for. So yes, I am nervous because in a sense, if baby boy decides to come a lot faster and I don't have time to get the epidural like I would like to, I'm gonna be panicking a little bit because I don't know what birth feels like without being medicated. And being medicated while giving birth was absolutely excellent. 10 out of 10 recommend, honestly. I didn't even feel the epidural when they gave it to me with Skylar, and it literally saved me. So pushing her out was a breeze. So yes, I am scared. I'm nervous about all the what ifs. I don't want a C-section, so if anything were to happen, which I understand is a possibility, and I could end up going in for one, I can mentally prepare for it as much as I can, but it's not a preference. As long as me and baby boy are safe at the end of it, then that's all that matters. Which brings us to our next question. Do you have a birth plan? And if you do, what is it? So I quickly realized when I was pregnant with Skylar May, there was literally no point in having a birth plan because the birth plan is the baby's plan. You could make a printed, laminated birth plan, and that is all gonna go out the window when baby decides to do the complete opposite. So there is no point in stressing over a structured plan when it is all in the baby's hands. However that baby is going to enter the world is how they are going to enter this world. So I can accept that as long as I can get that epidural and give vaginal birth, I will be happy. That is the only part of my birth plan, is to have time to get the epidural again and give vaginal birth. And then and then everything else will just be fine. Are you ready for baby? Yeah, we're pretty much ready. The only thing that obviously hasn't been done is like packing my hospital bag and the baby's hospital bag. And just like a few little things. We're getting a whole bunch of clothes gifted to us. So I have to obviously still receive those clothes and then go through them, get them organized, get them put away in baby boy's dresser and closet. And then we just need like a couple of more little things. But apart from that, yes, we are pretty much set up. We got the crib set up. I got the bassinet in the closet ready to be set up and ready to go. But apart from that, we're set. We have a car seat, we have a stroller, we have everything that we need, which is a really good feeling. We didn't need very much with baby number 2 since I kept literally everything from when I was pregnant with Skylar May in hopes that I would use it again one day. And I actually went in my parents' crawl space not that long ago and went through a lot of her stuff and brought some of it out for baby boy, and seeing that stuff again was so sentimental, but also made me really happy that we get to use it for baby number 2. Are you nervous about the possibility of having another special needs / autistic child? So for those of you who may not know, we have a 5-year-old daughter. She is autistic. We officially got her diagnosis about not even a year ago. It was at the beginning of this year that she officially got diagnosed, but it took a long time to get that diagnosis, and I make an entire separate video on that topic. But to answer the question, am I nervous? Because since we've already had one, it is a possibility that baby number 2 could also be autistic and special needs. I'm not nervous because we would already know what we're in for. We're already prepared. We already know what to do, and we wouldn't have it any other way. Skylar May is an absolute blessing. She is such a sweetheart. She is such a happy kid. And we just love her so much that we would love baby boy just the same if he was the same as her. We did get some genetic testing done with Skylar May to see if it was genetics. Unfortunately, we don't have the results to those tests yet because those tests take months to come back, and it has been a few months, so we're still waiting. So it is definitely a possibility that baby number 2 could be autistic or could be special needs in a different way. So whatever happens will happen, and we will love baby just the same. What are you most looking forward to after pregnancy? Probably having a ginormous glass of wine. Just because. Just not having to think about what I'm eating and just being able to eat anything that I want will be great. Being able to indulge in a glass of wine here or there, or a White Claw. I haven't had a White Claw in so long, and they have new ones. So yeah, I'm probably honestly most excited to have a mom drink once I push this baby out. If we're being honest. And apart from the obvious, I'm excited to meet my baby boy and see what he freaking looks like. That's what I'm most excited for. Are you nervous for the 1 to 2 transition? Abso-freaking-lutely yes. In so many ways, Skylar is so easy, but in other ways, because she is the way that she is, her needs are very high. So having to combat that with the needs of a newborn, and then an infant, and then a toddler, and that being a boy, which I've been forewarned is they're like another breed. Oh, for sure we are in trouble. And that for sure makes me nervous, like so nervous. But I'm also so excited, and I can't wait, because I know Skylar May is going to be so good with her baby brother. I know it is just going to make our family that much more complete, and we're just going to be so full of love after baby boy gets here that I just can't wait. So yes, I'm nervous, but I'm also super freaking excited. And Krys would say the same. Do you plan to go back to work, or are you taking extended leave? So I do plan on working as long as I can, literally as long as I can. And then after baby comes and I do go on maternity leave, I am planning on taking the full year, so 12 months off, and then returning back to work part-time. Will you be sharing the baby on social media? This one I feel like is a very touchy subject for some people. We've been sharing our daughter on social media literally since the day that she was born, as well with everybody else in our family. I know that's something that we can pick and choose and deter from and change if we ever choose to do so. But honestly, specifically with YouTube videos, I absolutely love looking back on the videos and seeing how small she was and how much she's grown and how big she is now. And just having those like core home videos to look back on, and also being able to share those with the family that we don't get to see super often, that doesn't live here, which is most of Krys's family, since they live on the mainland. So yes, we will be choosing to share pictures and videos and vlogs of baby boy. That might change down the road one day, who knows. I used to vlog a lot of Skylar May specifically, and over the last, I want to say, year and a half, I have focused the vlogs more on like mom life and parent life content versus like her specifically. Having said that, once baby boy is born, you know, I'm sure he's going to be in the vlogs quite a lot, and I would like to do vlogs about the transition from going to 1 to 2 kids and 24 hours with a newborn and all that stuff. But I definitely don't show her as much as I once did, for obvious reasons. And I'm sure I'll be the same way with baby boy. But yes, we are choosing to share his name. We're choosing to share his face and like show what he looks like on social media. That is our choice. That could change, like I say, and I understand why people don't, and maybe why it's frowned upon or judged for the people that do, but that is just, that's our choice. Has pregnancy and parenthood changed your relationship with your partner? So parenthood definitely has changed mine and Krys's relationship, but it also made us grow a lot closer, and just in a lot of different ways that we would not have grown without having Skylar and without being parents. And being pregnant this time around has changed our dynamic in the relationship that much more, especially since we found out that it's a boy. Like, Krys has just been so over the top nice to me and so lovey-dovey since we found out we were having a boy, because he's just so happy. Not that he wasn't happy before, but he is just extra happy now. And our last question for this Q&A is, do you wish you'd done anything differently in your pregnancy up until this point? No, I don't regret anything from this pregnancy. I don't think about something that we did and, oh, we should have did it this way or we should have did it that way. I think everything that we've done up until this point, me finding out, the way I told him, the way we told our family, our friends, our gender reveal, like all of that just could not have been more perfect. And I'm so happy to have those memories and vlogs to look back on. If you guys are watching this and you haven't seen any of those, make sure you go and check them out. I guess I do wish that we were able to tell more of our friends and our family in person, because really we only got to tell my entire family in person and Krys's mom and sister in person, and everybody else was over like FaceTime. And it would have been nice to be able to tell like a couple of my close friends in person and a couple of other family members in person, but we just didn't get that chance. So I mean, that is what it is, but I still don't have any regrets because the reaction was still just so genuine. And I still have it on camera to look back on, which is just amazing. So that is it for our pregnancy and birth plan orientated Q&A. I don't think I've ever done a Q&A on this channel before, actually. So let me know how you guys liked it. Let me know if you want more videos like this in the future. The next video you guys see is going to be of our little vacay baby moon getaway. I say baby moon, but it's the same place that we go for vacation every single year. So if you know, you know. But this year I'm definitely calling it a baby moon for obvious reasons, because it's gonna be like our last little getaway trip before baby boy comes. That classifies as a baby moon, right? So if you guys want to see that, make sure you guys subscribe and click your bell notifications so you don't miss that. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.